Hi guys, how are you doing? It's been a minute. It's good to see you guys again. It's been a minute. So I have been having lots of requests asking me about mentoring and all that. You guys know it's difficult. I don't have the capacity to mentor everyone, but I could share some of the ideas I have. And I took one of the topics I've seen a lot of comments or requests on, and that's got to do with people management, people leadership, just managing teams or managing people. I thought it would be good to discuss one of those topics that probably speak less about as people managers or people leaders, and that's conflict. Wherever we have diverse teams, wherever we have people with different experiences, identities, gender, race, there is prone to be conflict. Even though we know diversity is a strength for that team, solving very complex problems or bringing new ways of solving old problems. But there's prone to be conflict. Now, what do you do as a manager? Two things. Time, very important. Second thing, acknowledging it. I think those are the first two things I'll share. Acknowledging it, let's go with that. You first have to acknowledge you have a problem. You have to acknowledge that this has to be addressed. If you don't acknowledge it, you can't wish it away. It doesn't go away. If it's within your team, within members of your team, with the member of your team and leadership, or member of your team and other teams, you have to acknowledge that it does exist and it needs to be addressed, especially if you brought to your notice. I remember a particular challenge I had where two members of my team I just recruited 7 months apart, but now I found out we're getting married in the middle of our biggest tender. So first of all, I had to cancel my holiday and stay back because I had to let them go on their honeymoon. But it was not also in alignment with our business policies at that time in the organization. You couldn't have two people, especially for that kind of function, reporting to the same manager, being related in that manner. They could be in other teams, so that had to be addressed. And not all parties were happy with the solutions on the table. So you will have this conflict. So first of all is to acknowledge it. I think one of the things I learned from that experience is you got to acknowledge it so you can address it. You could probably want to focus on your key priorities and later address it, but it's good to just say there is a challenge here. Let all the parties know that this has to be addressed. Second thing is timing. I realize that timing is still key. My personal experience, when you let it fester for too long, and you have people walking on eggshells, it can actually be worse. It could even drive down performance. But also when you come in too early, especially when it's cases like a heated argument, emotions could fly, and then you could even have, situations you don't want. So you want that kind of a case for people to chill out, relax, calm down a bit before it's been addressed. So timing, not being too early and later waiting for too long is also key. But I think with experience, you tend to find the right time. And I would say if it's a very heated, argument, those kind of conflict, you want to let people's nerves calm down before we come to the resolution table. But if it's also something that is happening that is prolonged, you also don't want to wait too long. You want to address it. So for today, let's just look at timing and acknowledgement, and we shall talk some more about this. It'll be good to hear what do you think. Have you had conflict in your team? Have you experienced it personally? What are your thoughts regarding it? We'll chat again on Wednesday.